welcome back to Kids Cooking Adventure, and today we're going to be making these delicious hot cross buns. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. You will need 400 grams of strong white bread flour, a 7-gram sachet of fast action dried yeast, 200 grams of unsalted butter cut into cubes, 50 grams of plain flour with 1 tablespoon of caster sugar mixed in, 75 grams of raisins or sultanas, 4 eggs, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 75 grams of caster sugar. Let's get started. So now we need to mix the flour, the yeast, the sultanas or raisins, the cinnamon, and the caster sugar. Now that this is all mixed up, we need to mix the wet ingredients. In a separate bowl, whisk the 4 eggs together. So now they're all whisked up, you can add a splash of milk. Just mix that in. Now we need to mix the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. As soon as it starts to form a dough, slowly start adding in the butter cubes and mixing them in. So if your dough is a bit wet and it sticks to the sides, add some more flour until it becomes a dough, and you can just mix it around and it doesn't cling to the sides like that. Now cover it and prove for 2 hours or overnight. So now that it's proved, take off the cling film, get some flour, sprinkle it over the surface, and knead the dough for a bit. So now that it's kneaded, it will get softer over time. Roll it into a sausage. So now that it's in a sausage, cut it in half, or rip it in half, like that, and then we have 12 equal balls. Get 2 trays covered with baking paper and put 6 on each, leaving gaps in between because they'll rise. We have 2 trays here, and then leave them for proof for another 2 hours. So they've raised and they're much bigger. Now we need to turn the oven on to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So, now that the buns have raised, we need to make the white crosses on top. So we take our 50 grams of flour mixed in with a tablespoon of caster sugar and mix it with water until it creates a thick paste. So get a teaspoon, just put it in the flour, another one, just keep mixing it up. It's becoming a paste, like this. Just make sure there's not many big lumps. So the paste is ready, now we put it into a piping bag. Now we pipe along the hot cross buns. So we just finished all of the bockwurst buns. And now we bake them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes or until golden brown. Now that they're out the oven, leave them to cool for 5 minutes. Now that they're all cooked, there's only one thing left to do: eat them. So let's have a look how fluffy they are inside. Look at that nice, airy, light texture. Let's try them. So delicious, so light and fluffy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the button here. See you next time. Bye.